My name is Farah. I'm Palestinian. I'm a fourth-year Sac State student, and I'm an organizer. My grandparents fled the Nakba in 1948. They were cooking a dish called mlokhiyeh in their house in Haifa, and next thing they know, their village was getting raided, and they turned off the fire under the stove thinking they were going to come back in that very same night with nothing in their hands but my grandmother's sister on her hip. They went all the way up to Lebanon. From Lebanon, they went to Jordan, and ever since then, they've been displaced. I have all this pent-up emotion and anger and feeling stuck or in a box, and I can't do anything, and I always have these feelings where it's like I want to help and I want to do something and I can't, and my body physically feels irritated when I can't. I really realized I used activism as an outlet for myself because when you really want to help and you can't, this is the one thing that I found that makes me feel a little bit even that, like, you know, maybe I'm not directly changing a Palestinian's life or economic status or safety, right, directly, but I know I'm trying to liberate. I know that I'm still doing something rather than nothing. When people get arrested, they're putting something on their record. They are risking their body. They're getting thrown onto the ground. They're getting a knee on the neck. They are physically and mentally putting themselves on the line. And making sure that everybody's safe is hard, right? And sometimes you can't keep everybody safe. You can't, right? People will do what they do. But what if there was another assessment that I could have made? What if there's another assessment that could have happened? What if I didn't do that thing? What if I didn't say that? What if I did do this instead of that? And in the moment, you have seconds to think. There's just so much stress and so many points. Like, there's a million things running in your head about what's going on, how you feel, and then, oh, I have an assignment due, and then going back to how you feel and be like, oh, I have to take care of this. There's so much in the works of my head. My brain has never shut it up. I honestly always have a headache, and I'm probably 90% of the time on the verge of an anxiety attack because it just feels like so much weight and emotions is what it is. There's just so many battles me and others are constantly fighting through. And although it's a toll, yes, but we're people of conscience. The attention that Palestine has received after October 7th definitely made me really happy because it just exasperated the focus on what we've been constantly talking about. People are getting awakened, and the tides have shifted, and it's not, it cannot go back to how it used to be. Oh my God, to see the international masses mobilize for Palestine, I was just like, whoa. We've never seen anything like this before. We've never seen all of these countries, even school kids. We're like, we're gonna have a protest. Although seeing all the bad news, when you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and you see the masses mobilizing, you think, at least they're still mobilizing, at least they've risen up, at least they've, you know, you're glad that they're doing it and not just sitting down. And I see the repression happening in a lot of countries. I see it. And even here in the States, I see what we're all going through. But despite that, everybody's still mobilizing. I feel a lot of hope. Sometimes it feels like, oh, I don't have hope anymore. But if somebody really didn't have hope, then they wouldn't keep doing what they're doing. I think momentary feelings of hurt don't overpower the overwhelming feeling of we will return. We are Palestine.